Cool. We'll try this. See what happens. I didn't even look to see if anybody else was live. I just kind of pressed the button, you know? Just got back. Rolling dice tonight, man. We'll see what happens. I'm not particularly, really in the mood, but happy Friday the 13th. Dude, you could have kept that a secret for eternity. I didn't even know. Half the time, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I guess that means tomorrow's Valentine's Day then, huh? Right? If today's Friday the 13th, that means tomorrow's the 14th. I need to get my laptop out of here. It's in my backpack. Yo, Cat, if you could refrain from digging your nails into my thighs for just a few seconds while I get organized, I'd appreciate it, brother. Get my laptop out. A huge supporter just joined my live, did they? Okay. There we go. Oh, shit, man. Is anybody else live right now? Who else is live? I don't even think I can tell. Pretty sure I can't. Yo, right. Take a nap, kid. Take a nap, kid. This fucking cat. It's crazy, man. Last I checked, I think I'm censored pretty heavily on TikTok, which has a lot to do with why I don't really go live anymore. But I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. See if I can get a conversation going. But anyway. Get this cat, dude. This is my current situation for anybody who's curious. Look at these nails. Look at those nails, dude. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face. You just can't do anything about it. The earth is a dome. I don't think that's how that works. I think that's a pretty bad misunderstanding of the argument and geometry. You guys starting to see why I don't go live anymore? Oh my god. The stuff that comes out of you guys' mouth. I posted a video the other day. I was at Walmart and I found globes in the decoration section or whatever. Of course, I pick one up and it says, not for educational purposes or whatever it says. And the guy left a comment saying, what did he say? He's like, oh, flat earthers think that globes from the dollar store are evidence or something like that. And it's if you took 15 seconds and just looked at the video, you could clearly see that there was a $17 price tag on the globe. So it's I don't know. I just thought that was really funny. Flat earthers get strawmanned every time an idiot types a comment about them.
Oh yeah.
That's productive. You don't have to copy and paste comments in my chat. It's not going to benefit either one of us. Shit, man. Anybody have any interesting topics they'd like to address? Hopefully in relevance to the Earth itself. Why don't we ever see a flat line across the moon? Why would we? Why would we? Actually, that's what we would see if the Earth was the one casting a shadow on the moon, because when you cast a shadow from a sphere onto another sphere, the shadow is flat. Or at least has because of distortion, because you're casting a two-dimensional shadow on a three-dimensional object, it would be distorted and it would be a straight line. So I don't know. Like you guys always want to talk about shit that just debunks you. It's amazing to me. It's like boxing against Mike Tyson and just beating yourself up the whole time. You know, that's Globies. Like you get like a world championship match, millions of people watching, and you just start punching yourself in the face. And then you convince yourself that you won. It's amazing. Truly psychotic, you know? Takes some pretty heavy indoctrination to get a man to beat himself up and convince himself that he's won in public. You'd love to believe. I'm not in the business of convincing you, bro. And if you're gonna start off with straw mans, then you're not as open-minded as you might be trying to convince yourself that you are. You know? But if you want to come up and have a discussion, we could do that. If you want to talk about this in good faith, I'm pretty good at that. Pretty good at having good faith discussions with adults, should I happen to find one. Good hearing you. Thanks, buddy. I missed you guys. Just like, you know, I miss like parts of this, but like the parts that I miss aren't usually enough to bring me back to doing it, you know? Um, if that makes sense. Taxing, yeah, tis the season, right? Tis the taxing season. um, anyway, I have my laptop here. Maybe we can bust that out and do something with it. Oh shit. I don't really have any ideas, but the cat's in the way right now. I don't have my mouse. Oh shit, it's gonna connect um my headphones to my laptop. Give me a second. No, it's not. Is to on it goes. I don't know what side of the conversation you're attempting to be on, but that's a pretty vague comment. uh Here, hold on. I have to fix my Bluetooth before I bring up a guest. I have to turn my Bluetooth off on my laptop. There we go. And now I have to reconnect my phones, hopefully. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Slight scare. And then the guests leave. And it takes me. How long did that take me, guys? A good 12 seconds? And the person who was requesting lost patience and ran away because they're a little bitch boy. Isn't that crazy? What's up, conspiracy guy? I don't know if it's flat, but I don't think we ever went to the moon. That's a good place to be mentally. See, it shows you have discernment. Because landing on a rock in the sky in a vacuum with 60s technology isn't really the most believable fairy tale. You know? It's a little far-fetched. Earth is round. That's an adjective. Anything else you want to add to that? God, dude. You can't make this shit up, bro. Like, every time I go live, it's the same comments from you guys. Well, lunar eclipse. Earth is round. That's not even the point. Like, oh my god. I don't believe we landed on the moon and that gravity and buoyancy. Yeah, I'm not asking what you believe, bro. I'm asking what you can prove. I'm asking if we can prove the model that we're teaching to children on a mass scale. That'd be some important. That'd be important to me. I don't know if it's important to anybody else, but it's important to me. If we're going to be teaching it to children, I feel like we should validate the claims. Just, cover our bases. By carbozine gas emitted by the ice wall. Yeah, you can just make up words if you want. Is that what this is worth to you? Right? Is that all this is worth to you? Just alphabet soup in my comments? I'm not here to convince anyone? No, I'm not. You'd have to convince yourself. That's the kicker. But you're actually not here to do anything because you're just talking. So I'm going to take away your ability to communicate in my comments, and you can choose now. You can choose to request and we can have a conversation like adults, or you can fuck off. I'm not responding to every one of your little itty bitty teeny weeny comments. It's preposterous, bro. 7 minutes earlier, if you were not, if you understand angular resolution, that's pretty easy to understand, bro. I think I've been live for, I don't know, like 10 minutes. How long have I been live? Yeah, exactly 10 minutes. My sense of time is really good. I've always had a really good sense of time. And I haven't had a single guest. So, is Caleb live or something? Am I stepping on his toes? Because if Caleb's live, I'll just call it a night. Like 100%. I'm not going to get any guests. I might not get any guests on this account anyway. I'm not sure. Trump wasn't in the files ass argument? No, the argument is that the Earth's not a sphere. I don't really discuss politics with the sheeple. What's up, bro? You have evidence the Earth's a water ball? No, just muting right off the bat. No, nothing? Okay. Genuine waste of my time. Awesome. I guess it's time to like piss some people off. Just start muting comments. What's up, Eddie? What up, man? I wish I could give you guys more of a show. I don't really have anything to talk about. I wasn't really prepared to do this tonight. I got a couple messages from people saying they missed me. So that's primarily why I'm here. But I didn't really plan ahead, you know? And this account for the past like I want to say like 5 or 6 times that I've used it, it's just shadow banned, I think. I'm not sure. I never know. Could the Earth in theory be square? Yeah. I mean, it could be any variety of shapes. But it's not a sphere because that would demand that it's curving at a consistent rate at the surface. And it doesn't appear to be doing that. What do you mean, no logical fallacies? If you have to ask something that you should be typing into Google, I don't think you're ready for the conversation, buddy. You're holding a cell phone, bro. It's a flat coin. Undersign is them. Look it up on Reddit. I like that, actually. You can stay, just because that one made me giggle. Caleb's requesting, oh, my salvation. Give me, dude, you better come up here and say something super smart, because I'm dying. Like, I'm dying, bro. Oh, he maybe requested by accident. That's okay. I would have brought you up too. No bullshit. Accident? Yeah, it's okay, man. I hope you're well. I haven't seen you live in a couple days. I guess you're feeling the adverse side effects from this as well, you know? You don't sound very confident. I'm tired, bro. I just got home. What does a confident person sound like exactly? Or is that like an objective thing that we can, is there like a dictionary definition for confidence that that objectively appeals or applies, can be applied to every human being? Or is it subjective? Earth is rotating. It's just, that's the argument. What's up, Spider Man? I just watched your movie the other day. It was really good. Do you have evidence the Earth's a water ball in a vacuum?
First, fuck yeah, good movie.
Which
Secondary,
one? You don't even know which one I'm talking about.
is there a bad Spider-Man movie? I don't think so.
Yeah, actually, that's the best retort. That's the best
Wait,
retort.
which one?
I get that one. I watched the Andrew Garfield ones with a friend of mine.
Those are good. Those are really good. They're comic
You're
accurate. Spider-Man in the comics is like snarky.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have evidence the Earth's a sphere?
Yeah. How do you guys explain
Wait, hold
ships
on. No,
disappearing
just
on the
that's
horizon?
called shh. You're doing too much. I asked you a question, evidence for the Earth being a sphere, and you're asking me questions as a response. That's called
Yes,
shifting
my
the
my
burden of
evidence
proof,
is
bro.
that light does not bend, so to speak,
So
outside of.
refraction doesn't exist?
No, 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 no.
Wait, what?
Refraction does not explain the fact that if you have a very small amount of distance on a globe, you will see an object disappear on the horizon on, let's say, an ocean, which on Earth we
Yeah,
see them.
actually, yeah, light has a downward bias in a medium. It travels towards the most dense medium. This is a phenomena that we label refraction. There's different variations of it, but that explains that very well. Again, do you have evidence that the Earth is curving, though? Like, I didn't think so. Okay, that was fun. What kind of evidence do I want? I would take evidence of gravity being isolated as a causation for downward acceleration in some form of experiment. Um, an experiment that proves that the Earth is in motion, or a measurement of a geometric horizon. Does this sound fair? What evidence would you accept of a flat Earth? Because I feel like the response to that is typically nothing, right? Like that's in air quotes. He shot a weapon. Yeah, I kind of shut him up a little too quickly. I don't mean to, man. Like it's just it's I don't know, I'm just talking sense. You just can't talk sense to people who who prefer to talk in nonsense, I guess. I don't know. Can flat earthers prove that there's an ice wall? Hey, buddy, even if you don't believe that the earth is flat, you still technically believe in an ice wall, even with your current understanding of Antarctica being a continent at the bottom of a sphere, it would still technically be a wall of ice. So you're that's just special pleading. No? Oh, so you don't believe in Antarctica. So you're the conspiracy theorist. That makes sense. Or what some would say, parsimonious. I'm not entirely sure the definition of that word. I could Google it, but having a wall of ice on a continent has nothing to do with an ice wall. Oh my god, I didn't just read that. Oh no. Somebody block that guy, please. Please, can we get rid of him? Oh no. There's no way. There's no way. You just double speak. Oh god. Double down on the double speak, my guy. You can't be doing that. Ice on a hill, so there's an ice. No, I'm saying Antarctica has the highest elevation out of any other continent, and it is covered in ice. Therefore, it could be described as an ice wall. Your misunderstanding has like it does not benefit this conversation, bro. You literally said wall of ice. I know. Get rid of this guy. He's not allowed to talk anymore. He's gonna hurt himself. He's gonna hurt himself. I can't be responsible for that. No, it's annoying, but can you say what evidence you would like to gain? Oh, again. Can I say what evidence I would like again? Measurement of a geometric horizon, an experiment that proves that the Earth is in motion, or an experiment that validates that gravity is the cause for downward acceleration. What's up, background noise? Do you have evidence you're a sphere? Dude, what is this shit? Are you good, man? Ruby?
Hello.
Yeah, man, you, the guy that I brought up here after he requested, who should have been prepared to have a conversation and somehow was not prepared. Do you have evidence that the Earth is a sphere?
Yeah, there's different ways you can observe things to find out it's a sphere. Like you had mentioned about gravity. Here's an experiment you could do. You could just get a camera like your PE 900 and watch the moons orbiting around Jupiter.
That's just affirming the consequent and begging the question. How did you prove that the moon was orbiting
So you
Jupiter?
can see
How did you
you can see the four largest moons orbiting Jupiter with binoculars, and it's been.
with a P900? I don't know if that's true.
It is true.
Maybe. But even
It is
then,
true.
like,
You
how would
can.
that?
It's the
How
four
does hold
largest
on?
moons.
Okay. Shh. You're doing too much. How does that prove that the Earth is a sphere?
Well, that was just one proof of gravity, but to
How
prove
does that
Earth is
even
a.
prove gravity? What's gravity?
Well, those moons are orbiting somehow, right? There's four largest moons, and they were actually
So
used as a
again,
celestial
that's
clock.
yeah, that's great, but like that's still affirming the consequent and begging the question. So how did you
Okay,
verify that it was caused by gravity?
well, We'll change the subject. You want to know Earth proof? What about
Yeah,
equinoxes?
I would change the subject if I were you. What about
Okay.
equinoxes?
Well, how do you know when the flat Earth equinox will occur? You know, during equinoxes, we all experience 12
We've
hours
been able
daylight.
to we've been able to, dude, have you not noticed that the sun and the moon are on cycles that repeat themselves every 365 and a quarter days? Well, the sun does at
Yeah,
least.
and that's when
So
we know
like
that.
so that wouldn't
Uh,
okay, but hold on, buddy. We've known that since before we came up with the conception of the Earth being a sphere. So it's not specific to shape.
yeah,
You
but
feel me, bro?
during the equinoxes, we all observe the sun rise true east and set true west, right?
Yeah,
And the
that's not
Great
evidence of curve.
Pyramids.
That's what the
Yeah,
fuck are you
but
talking about? Are you trying to prove
I'm
that the
talking
Earth's
about
not
the
moving?
four cardinal directions is what I'm talking about in the equinoxes and solstices.
Yeah. And how does that prove Earth motion or Earth curve?
Well, it proves that the local sun isn't possible for starters.
Why?
Well, I'm 42 degrees south, so the Tropic of Capricorn is about 2,500 kilometers to my north, and that would mean a local sun would always be to my far north,
Why?
because the Tropic of Capricorn is to my far north, and the local sun doesn't go south of that. So
I'm
when
sure
would I see?
there's probably times of year where the sun is closer north and it's probably never directly east or directly west of you specifically. It's probably more of like a north northwest, northeast, northwest kind of thing.
But at the moment, it's rising southeast because it's our summer down here. It's rising southeast and setting southwest.
Where are you?
42 degrees south.
No,
As far
what
south of
country?
Australia, as far south in Australia as you can possibly
I'd
get.
have to validate if that's even a thing. You could just be lying about that because I have friends in
Well, I'm not.
Australia, so I'm not really sure.
And also in Australia, we use the Southern Cross and the South Celestial Pole to find true south, and that the angle of that.
What's the southern pole star?
Well, there's a few. They say the brightest. What do you mean? There's a few stars near the center.
Do you know what a pole star is?
Polaris is the closest naked eye star to the North
No, no,
Celestial
no. That's
Pole.
not what I asked you. Why do you not answer the questions that I asked? Do you know what a pole star is? If you're going to
Of
claim that a
course.
star is a pole star, it would demand that it be static in origin, right? Like Polaris is a pole star because it is always above the North Pole, right? So if there's a southern pole star, it would always have to be above the southern North Pole as well,
And
right?
it
But that
and it
actually
is.
does not exist. There is no pole star for the South. There isn't one. They
There
all
is, but
move.
it's low magnitude and barely visible to the naked eye, but it's there. It's right near the South Celestial
No.
center point. It
Which
is.
one is it? Which one is it?
You can call it Sigma Octans or Polaris
No,
Australis
Sigma Octantis. You Polaris
or Polaris
Australis.
Australis.
No, but Sigma
Yes.
Octantis moves. And when it's viewed, it's actually typically viewed like south southeast or south southwest, not directly south from any place that you might view it at. So it wouldn't actually serve as a southern pole star. It's a
But
general
even,
misconception, really. I know you just watched like a YouTube video and probably repeated everything without looking at it
you
yourself,
know,
but
this is what I've looked at for over 50 years of my life. The Southern Cross is circumpolar from my latitude. You know, I
oh,
know
you
about
mean you
this.
see stars appear to rotate around it because you have an azimuthal grid of vision that would demand that phenomena?
No, we can use the Southern Cross to locate the approximate center point. We don't need a bright star to find that
How do
center
you do
point.
that? How do you do that?
It's quite simple. You just
Mm-hmm.
line up the Southern Cross, the two pointer stars, and it will point directly to the South Celestial Pole. And my
The
latitude,
southern. Wait, I'm sorry.
the
Explain that to
South
me again.
Celestial Pole, the angle of that South Celestial center point is 42 degrees. So I can find that angle because it matches my latitude.
Okay, so how does it serve as a pole star if it matches a 42-degree southern latitude?
The pole star is irrelevant. I can still align a sundial to that center point or an
You're.
equatorial tracking
I'm
mount. It
not
doesn't
saying.
matter.
So all you're claiming is that we can use the stars to navigate. That doesn't. Are you Do you understand the point of the discussion is the shape of the
Yes,
Earth?
and
You're
I'm telling
just
you,
breathe, brother. Just no, we're not doing all this. You just calm down. You're trying to prove that there's a pole star that is static in origin. Do I need to explain that to you? Do you know what that
I'm not
means?
trying to prove that at all.
Okay, then your argument is null. You're just saying, hey, there's stars, but
My argument is,
they all move east to west throughout the
my
year on cycles, right? So there's no like southern pole star, which would be demanded if the Earth was actually a sphere. Maybe not demanded, but it would help your argument, right? Which it's funny, like you bring it up as if it's like this thing that exists, and you talk about some other stars that are completely irrelevant and not polar or static. So what is your argument exactly? Because I'm lost here.
the brightness of a pole star makes no difference. It doesn't change the facts. If
I'm not asking you to measure it in lumens, bro. I'm asking you to prove a static pole star that you claimed exists.
the pole star is irrelevant, it's the center point that is relevant.
No, this pole star would be the center point, you fucking idiot. Oh my god, I can't. I can't, bro. Just stop. Just stop talking. Just shut up. Just live upside down. Stand upside down for the rest of your life. It's, fuck it. What's up, Astro? What's up, man? Oh shit. I have there's no southern celestial pole. This is observable. Flat Earth doesn't have a south pole. Well, no, there is no pole star. People will claim Sigma Octantis, but Sigma Octantis fucking moves, meaning it's not a pole star. It's like it's like you can tell these people just hear things and just repeat them, with no validation of it. Pointing out the science, that's called astrology. For anybody who's curious as to what we were discussing, that was really not science, that was astrology, which has nothing to do, or astronomy rather, I'm sorry, astronomy, which has nothing to do with science, because astronomy is entirely observation based. But how have I been? I haven't been able to catch my live, dude. I haven't been live. You probably didn't miss anything, I'm not gonna lie, but I do appreciate you being here. Latitude is known by angle of north and south celestial poles. We don't measure latitude using a southern pole star. You just said yourself that you use the star that is directly above you at 42 degrees south latitude to tell where 42 degrees south latitude is. So obviously we can do it without using a southern pole star, which is how we navigate celestially. So it doesn't, like, I just don't understand you, bro. I don't think you understand yourself. None of that proves that the Earth is in motion or curving. Just a weird way to claims it's astrology. Yeah, I did confuse the two. It's a simple slip of the tongue. It's actually easy to do when you're not completely focused. I'm not exactly, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not even like looking at my phone. I'm looking at my laptop. True South aligns with the South Celestial Pole that doesn't exist. That you couldn't prove exists. Dude, you can sit down there and be mad all you want, but if you're gonna make a positive claim, you do have burden of proof, and I don't know why I have to explain that to grown men on the internet. You said the Southern South Pole existed, a pole star. Southern South Pole Star exists, and I said, okay, which one is it? You said it was Sigma Octantis. I said, no, it can't be, because Sigma Octantis is never viewed objectively south, and it doesn't remain stationary the way that a pole star would. And then your rebuttal to that argument was that it doesn't matter where the it doesn't matter what the southern pole star is. That was your rebuttal to an argument that you invoked, essentially saying that your argument does not matter, which I'll even give it to you. It's actually quite a null point to bring up in a flat earth versus globe earth discussion. Stars in any fashion are pretty much irrelevant when we're talking about the geometry of the earth itself. But here we are. You actually a flat earther? You just seem to that's not worth responding to. Anybody else want to like pretend they have evidence that the earth curving? I don't know what else to do. I've had 2 guests, I think, 2, and one of them got scared as soon as I opened my mouth, and the other guy was just an idiot. So I don't know what to do now. It's pretty round. I feel like that's opinion based and not fact based. I'm not sure. Who else is live right now, guys? Because I feel like definitely flat. Thank you, Angels. I see you, bro. Appreciate you, man. It's been a minute, bro. I hope you're good. I haven't seen you in, well, I haven't been awake when you're live in I don't know how long. Like I've had my sleep schedule pretty well under wraps the past few weeks, if not months. Shand? Oh, Shand's cool, bro. You guys can hear my roommate in the background. He gets on TikTok and yells at people just like I do, so I apologize. Um, Definitely flat. I sound too tired for this fight. I mean, that's the cool thing, bro. I could do this in my sleep. Like, I actually was like half asleep talking to the last guy. I mean, it's just when you guys have a script and every response that I come up with, that I retort with is just how do I explain it? Like, I'm just responding to your script. And eventually it's almost like memorizing all the answers on a test. Like, I'll never fail, right? Because you guys have this, it's the same answers to the same questions that you guys always have. Nobody ever provides evidence that the earth is moving anyway. Roommate a Glober? No, no, no. No, he's a flatty. I don't think I could live with a Glober. Not for long. They'd be a flat earther by the end of the week. I'm too good at this shit. Documentary called Hollow Earth. Engineers in Argentina proved Earth has no curvature. That's interesting. Same way they school people. Can I use an image that I put out? I guess. I mean, I don't really know what image did I put out. I haven't even posted a video. Well, I think I posted a video the other day when I was at Walmart. I saw like globes, so I picked one up, and of course it had the sticker on the bottom. But that's the first time I posted a video in a while. Dude, if whatever you can find, if it's mine or if I post, I don't give a fuck what you do, bro. It's fair game, pretty much. What's up, Aaron? Call for Juan. I don't know who that is, but um. Oh shit, you can't be up here if you're a flat earther, Brian.
What do you think? Oh, I agree.
No, requested by accident. That's okay. Yeah, dude, I don't care if you want to use I don't know. I don't think I have my videos savable or downloadable. And the reason for that is Globies and trolls mostly. Um, but if it's like a picture that I made or something, I don't care. Or I don't even I don't know. It maybe I did used to I kind of made a few of my own memes like a year ago, and a few of those are still floating around, but outside of that, I usually just find memes on like Fade the Coffee. I usually just find memes on like Facebook and shit, and sometimes I'll post them. No, I didn't get coffee. It's too late in the evening for coffee. I have to try to keep my sleep schedule normal. Right now, it's not in a bad spot, but I don't know what else to do, guys. There's no Globies on TikTok anymore. They're all deceased. Former Globers only, as it seems, right? That's what it looks like. I don't know what else to say. I could switch accounts. I know this account, like, I don't think this account's good anymore. I don't think I can use it. I just use it because it's like the one that I'm always on, but I really don't think I can use this account anymore to go live from because I think I do get better results on my other one. But thank you for sharing. We'll see if that makes a difference. A couple thousand likes. I know some people have been sharing the lives. I do appreciate you guys for coming through. As infrequent as my lives are, it's really cool that you guys still come like when I do go live. Thanks for the live. No, thank you guys. That's the takeaway. I'm just grateful that I'm in a position where I can do this and still get 40 viewers just talking to nobody. Well, not nobody. I was on the phone with somebody and she was asking me, she's like, I don't know how you like just sit there and talk for a couple hours or however long, and how you like, and I was like, I don't know. It's just, she's like, well, you're basically not talking to anybody. And I was like, kind of like, The point is to talk and then hope that people comment and then piggyback the conversation off of their comments, right? Like somebody comments, I read it, and then I respond to it and maybe take the conversation in that direction, hoping that it buys enough time to wait for another guest. It's just kind of like a I don't know how I do it either, to be honest. World was flat, my job would be so much easier. Yeah, I bet. Oh wait, I read that wrong. You're an idiot. You think you think you're accounting for curvature? Are you that guy who like does engineer not engineering, plane surveying and you don't account for curvature and you still believe that you do? Are you that guy? I think I remember talking to you before, bro. Like because that comment has been floating. I don't know, unless it's just a copied and pasted comment that you guys are using now. If the earth was flat, my job would be easier. In reality, you're just like a cashier at Walmart. Like, I don't know. What do you do for a job? You work at SpaceX? Get the fuck up here. You're not allowed to comment in my comments unless yeah, you're not allowed to talk because that's not some shit you can just say. Um, and you gotta come up here if that's the case. You gotta come up here and talk to me if that's the case. You got to. Or you can just take your fraudulent ass somewhere else. What's up, Ted?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro? You got evidence of Earth curving?
No, I just had a basic question.
So you
How
just
does
do you believe the Earth is a sphere without
yeah,
evidence
of
to?
course. Yeah, of course,
So
yeah.
you don't, but you don't have evidence to prove it.
Well, I mean, I never flown on a plane or did put any kind of measurements to it or walked outside and just
I don't think that
did any
matters.
kind of
Like I feel
surveys or
like,
anything.
but the point is though, you believe we live on a sphere,
Yeah.
admittedly, and you
Yeah.
admittedly don't have evidence to satisfy that belief. So like,
Well,
it's kind of
well,
a
I'm more
weird.
like it. Well, no, I'm more like trying to understand why you think that is flat. I mean, because I just kind of question basically like
Well,
how would
it's
earthquakes
the way
work
you
on flat Earth?
experience. It's the way you experience it every day, brother. And earthquakes are not. Why would the Earth quaking have anything to do with it being a sphere? What is your understanding
Because
of how Earth? Hold on. What is your
well,
understanding of how earthquakes work?
well, for as what we learn,
Uh huh.
the ball is a sphere that's on the crust of a mantle, and the mantle is currently always
All
heated
right,
up.
dude.
And what?
No, you. The ball is a sphere that is on the crust of a mantle. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Just nope. Just shut the fuck up. Just never talk again. Read a book. I already knew. Well, brother, it's an equalization of pressure. It's a little phenomenon known
Yeah.
as entropy. What's up, bro? Do you have evidence here, curving?
No, I just want to know why do you like I honestly don't
Wait,
know.
did you just admit that you don't have evidence? Do you believe the Earth is a sphere?
No, listen, I'm trying to say I
I'm
believe in a
not.
flat
No,
earth.
this is
I believe in a
why.
flat earth. I just
Why?
well, I believe in God and the firmament.
And
I was just wondering what is your logic that the earth is actually flat? I was just wondering.
you're a flat earther asking for flat Earth evidence? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Sounds like you're trolling me, buddy.
I'm really not trolling you. I just want to know what your logic
Yeah?
is.
What's the most interesting thing about water?
I don't know, what is it?
Oh, a real flat earther would know the answer to that question. So do you want to admit that you're trolling me now? Maybe we can have a good faith
Okay.
conversation like adults, or do you just want to be a teenager on the internet trying to make its voice sound deeper so that he doesn't get exposed for being under the age of 18?
Okay, first of all, I'm trying to keep my voice down because my wife's in the other room.
You should probably wake her up and tell her that the Earth's not moving before I do it. He's trolling, he goes into lives and trolls. Yeah, no shit. I mean, not to be rude, but come on, man. You can't make it any more obvious, bro. What was I born yesterday? Been a flat earther for 10 years, man. As soon as they start with like, yeah, well, I believe in God, but like I don't have any logical or scientific evidence that's applicable to this conversation. I just believe it because like shut the fuck up. You're not even trolling? Yeah, no, it's obvious, bro. You are. You are. You don't have to lie to have a conversation. You should learn that. It's an important thing in life. Like you don't have to like lie to get people to like you just to have a conversation with them. You could have came up here and told me you were a Glober or that you were undecided or that you were on the fence or a variety of other things. You don't have to lie and tell me that you're a flat earther, but you just happen to like your dog ate your evidence and you just don't have it with you. Like that's fucked up. No flat earther would ever say something so stupid. As above, so below. I don't know about all that. It's a working theory, you know. Like I like to think that it could be like a celestial sphere of some kind, uh, inertial plane that we stand upon, and then maybe there's like an as above, so below kind of thing going on. Firmament above, firmament up, firmament below, maybe. But and then maybe of course that's sitting on some kind of pedestal slash foundation. I don't know. It's hard to say, but if you look at like old pictures of like trees of life, you know, it's like the tree of life coming up and then going underneath as well. Um, it's an interesting. I mean, you'll never know until you know. So it's all just speculative. Host thoughts on concave Earth? Yeah, water can't curve up or down. That's my thoughts, and it's not really a thought. It's kind of like an objective fact. What's up, J Man? You got evidence Earth's curve or Earth is curving?
I wasn't trolling. You're a bitch, bro. You're disrespectful as fuck. Go the fuck. You and your viewers are bitches.
Yeah, yeah. One man's opinion dictates reality, it seems. Um, who's the bitch when you have two accounts to troll people with? Which one of us is the bitch exactly? I can't really count. I don't know. Just saying. Hey, you're not a bitch. That guy said it, so I guess we're all just bitches now. I mean, and until the next person comes in and says that we're not, we're just that's our fate. What's up, Socks?
Hey,
You're my favorite Christmas gift. Do you have evidence you're a sphere?
no, I actually had a theory. So,
Do you
like,
believe it's a sphere, bro?
what?
Do you believe that the Earth is a water ball in a vacuum that defies physics?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, so you just believe that with no evidence?
Well, no, I have a theory. So, if we went,
Really not great.
oh, why not?
Well, at this point in your life, I would assume that you're at least old enough to drink alcohol, and all you can come up with is like theoretical explanations for what the Earth might be. Like, I don't know, man. Shoot,
Wait, do, well,
go
do you want to hear it? Okay, so if
Yeah,
you,
let's pretend it's important.
so if you went to DC and we started to stack every single homeless person up, we could eventually get to Mars.
Brilliant. This guy figured out that adding things together makes them bigger and taller. What a great theory. Oh fuck, man. You can't, man. You can't make it up. Can't make it up. Bro just figured out how to stack stuff. Yeah, man. Dude, you would love Legos. You'd get a kick out of that shit, man. You'd lose your fucking mind if you discovered Legos. The price of them is a little outrageous, but man, are they worth it. Fuck, dude. Jenga? Dude, you'd love Jenga. Oh my god. It would blow your fucking mind. It would knock your socks off. You get it? It's a knee slapper. What a fucking idiot. These Globers are really delusional. Where's my evidence? Well, where do you think? It's right outside. I don't leave my evidence at home. What's up, Carly? You want to provide evidence that the Earth is a sphere too?
So if we stack up enough homeless people, I'm telling you.
Nah, dude. Why do you pretend to be a bitch on the internet? Look, dude, whatever you're into, that's cool, bro. But you can do it anywhere but here. You got what the fuck is going on, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck? Could you join? I don't know, can you? Is that a trend? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, it's the guy that wants to stack people again. I'm only bringing you up so that I can block you again. Is that cool, man?
Me?
Yeah, you're the guy, you're the homeless guy, right?
What? No.
No, you're somebody else? Okay. Do you have evidence that the earth is curving?
No, because it's not. My
Oh,
whole life, people have lied to me and said the earth is round. But by the age of 32, I've done my own research.
yeah. Welcome to Flat Earth, buddy. I gotta make a new prompt that like explicitly states that I don't want flat earthers up here. I love you, bro. You're an amazing person, and I'm glad you found the truth. But unfortunately, I'm only looking for globies. This is the troll, hence 2.0, and he's changing his voice. Yeah, maybe. I don't know anymore, bro. This is dude. There's so many reasons I don't do this shit anymore. This is a big part of it. Are you the vice president? Why would that matter? Everybody point and laugh at Socks. He still votes. He thinks politics are real. You fucking dunce cap. Sit in the corner. Oh, look, it's Joe Dubs. Bro, I haven't talked to this guy in a long time.
Yo,
Dude, hi.
you still a flat earther?
Yeah, buddy. You still think the Earth's curving up?
Stationary earther. How about this?
Like
Let's not argue.
Yeah.
Let's just both agree that Earth is stationary. How about that?
Yeah, it's geocentric.
No, theocentric, but stationary. At least we agree on that, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely not moving.
Yes, there we go. Now we got to rally around that, I think, because there's too many flat earthers wasting their time on the flatness when it's not flat. It can't be flat, you know?
Yeah, well, it can be. Every stable structure built is flat or level. At least most of them, if you don't include like arches, you know.
Don't you think I've heard all the
Um,
talking points by now?
Probably, but just saying. I mean,
What's a good flat earth book
uh,
besides
besides Zetetic,
Yeah, and that.
Zetetic Astronomy is decent. I haven't read too many, to be honest.
All right.
You know, but like documentaries and stuff, I could give you a shitload.
Oh yeah, there's
But
tons of them.
yeah, but
Have you ever seen the Litmus Flat Earth, the Litmus Test by Marty Leeds?
Remind me what the litmus test is. I'm familiar with. As soon as you start to tell me it, I'm gonna remember it. But just
Well, that's just the
refresh me.
name of the video. It's not. He doesn't even really talk about it that much, but
hmm.
a way of telling the truth. I forget the definition.
Yeah, it escapes me as well. It's okay though.
He's a funny
But no,
guy.
I have not seen that.
Yeah.
So water's curving up and surrounding us. That's what you think?
Yeah. You
Hey, man, I don't hate it. You know, I like you. You're a decent guy. Of all the people that I've talked to, like you're just rational and you don't take it too seriously, and I fuck with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the point of arguing with people? You know.
Yeah, and the Earth's not moving, and it's not what they told you it was, right? So that's pretty much the takeaway. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean.
Yeah. I gotta let you go though, cause I got
Oh,
more
gay!
at least.
You're gay.
Oh,
All right,
you can't
bye.
say that on TikTok. Now I gotta let you go. Oh, I hope that doesn't affect my life, man. I wish you wouldn't have said that, buddy. Really wish you wouldn't have said that. You should have at least let me drop you, because then it would have potentially helped my algorithm. Or not my algorithm, I don't care about that, but my the thing, it'll be like, oh, he dropped him, so you know, whatever.
Yup. What's going on, bro?
It's all right. What's up, man? You got evidence that the Earth's the ball?
Honestly, what if it's a cube? Like Minecraft?
What if we stopped trolling and acted like adults for like 15 minutes and had a conversation about what the Earth could actually be in reality?
All right, so let's see. Do you believe in the since you believe in flat Earth, do you believe that we have a glass sky as well?
Glass, I don't know what it's made of, buddy, but I know that atmospheric pressure would demand a container.
Okay, so why do you think the Earth is flat?
So was that first question just a non sequitur?
Oh no, I was just saying, I was just trying
Like
to
just
know.
yeah,
I
no
was just
shit.
trying to, I
That's
am
fine.
curious.
Yeah, like water always finds its level. Long distance observation would demand that the Earth have a radius value of like 200,000 miles. That's impossible. Let's see, microwave frequency transmissions, world records are upwards of like 800 miles, negating miles and miles of curvature. Infrastructure never compensates for curvature. Planes don't compensate for curvature. We fly jets at like thousands of miles an hour, hundreds of miles an hour, if not thousands. Just objectively flat over flat water. I'm pretty sure that's not working if the Earth is curving.
Yeah, realistically, like my ideology on it is I just don't know what shape the Earth is because I haven't been able to see the Earth in a third person
Why would you
retrospect,
need
I guess.
why would you need to see the whole thing at once to prove that it's not what you were told when you were a kid? You know, because if it's what you were told when you were a kid, then you have specific dimensions to double check, right? Like you've been given the
Like that
math for the curve
that it
for
would be
the
spherical.
no, just hear me out. Like the geocentric or the heliocentric model that they give you as a youth has a radius value 3,959 miles, circumference of 24,901. All you have to do is fact check that, right? Like just double check
So
and
you're
see if
really
that
talking
actually.
dimensions here.
No, I'm
To,
talking validation of claims that we were fed as children. Do you
you're
not
talking
see
about
the
how it's not
relevance?
valid?
No, the Earth cannot have a radius value of 3,959. I mentioned that when you were
Or
trolling me still.
oh, about the Minecraft Earth? Oh,
No,
yeah.
after that actually.
Oh,
You paying attention, buddy? It's good information. I think this is probably why you
no, I
genuinely
I
don't
am
pay
paying
attention.
attention. I'm
Really? What
I'm
did I
just saying
say?
I don't know if it's square or circle or flat. But I mean, if you have proof that it's flat, then I guess it's flat. Yeah, that's all I
So
know. I mean, I don't really know. Like,
my anecdotal word is just enough to persuade you. That's pathetic. Do you have something else you want to add to this conversation? Because I feel
well,
like this is
no,
going
it
nowhere.
doesn't. No, I don't know. Now it sounds like you're trying to rage bait me, no? What?
Yeah, well, you fucking fight fire with fire, I suppose. I don't know what to tell you, man. You can't troll a troll. Not like I'm a troll, but like I'm pretty witty, man. You're not really gonna make me look stupid and where I live. This is my house, bro. Why does he need proof if it's flat? I mean, that's the default position. Thank you. What's up, OTM? New profile picture, I see. I almost didn't recognize you, buddy. I had to read your name. But it is the default position, yeah. That's a lot of people really overlook that one. It's where you would start organically if no one told you anything else, right? You would not assume curvature. You certainly wouldn't assume motion. That's like objective.
Hello?
But anyway, what's up? Is that a scarab? As
Yes,
you're-
it's an Egyptian hieroglyph. Yeah. You should come
That's
after
a scarab. That's a scarab. But yeah, okay. So do you have evidence the Earth is a sphere?
Hmm?
Do you have evidence that the Earth is a sphere?
I'm gonna ask you one question, and your entire
So
argument.
you're not gonna answer my question. Like, you're just not gonna.
I just want to ask you one real quick, and then I'll answer the prompt.
Why don't you? No.
How
No.
come you can acknowledge that the Earth is?
No. Let's see. Well, can't just make up rules as you go, buddy. What do you think this is? What a silly person. It's okay, man. You know, I remember my first time having an adult conversation. It was a doozy. Huh.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, Max? Do you have evidence here, sister?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
The Earth isn't flat.
That
Do you wanna know
wouldn't
why?
prove that it was a that wouldn't prove that it was a sphere, but we're getting close. That's another positive claim that we have to
sphere.
satisfy burden of proof for.
The Earth is shaped by gravity, so it's not a perfect sphere. but it's large enough that we call it a
If
circle,
gravity
right?
pulled, that doesn't actually make sense because if gravity pulls towards a center point, then that would actually make the Earth a sphere. It's only not a perfect sphere because it's in motion and it's spinning faster at the equator. That's why it elongates there, allegedly, and that's what also you would have to satisfy burden of proof for. So not only are you just like shifting the burden of proof, you're also not providing evidence of your own claim. And I'm
Okay,
actually
do you know how
showing here the model and the
like
product.
the center of the Earth works, right? What does our center of Earth do? What does it do? Do you know that?
Okay, just asking, just not paying attention at all. That's good. That's good. Not gonna answer questions about your religion. I just had to teach you about your religion. That's not good. That's not good. That's not helpful, buddy. You're supposed to know your religion if you subscribe to it, right? Why are you asking me what's at the center of the Earth? Ships disappear how first? It's science? Hardly. It's guesswork at best. And even that's giving it a lot more credit than it deserves. When we've only dug less than 8 miles, I would imagine you could at least be honest and be like, yeah, we're probably just guessing what's beneath that point because there's no way to definitively know for sure. No amount of seismology is going to tell you what's 3,959 miles beneath your feet, as much as you wish that was the case. Can't handle a conversation? No, I wasn't the one that was interrupting and being schooled on his religion. In fact, my belief system's not necessarily a religious one. So, flights across the globe follow curved routes. You mean great circle routes that follow lat lines? Yeah, that's not specific to a sphere. It's just you have a misunderstanding of the argument. Very common.
Yeah.
Just Google evidence of the globe, and that's typically something that comes up. What's up, man? Do you want
What's
to
up,
try
man?
to prove that the Earth is a sphere?
I just want to know what happens if you get to the edge of the Earth if it's flat.
Irrelevant, because we haven't verified if it is flat or not yet, because you won't provide evidence.
Wait, you said the Earth is flat. Your thing says the Earth is flat. So what happens when you get to
We
the edge?
haven't really gotten to that part yet, because we're trying to figure out if the Earth is a sphere. I'd like to be a glober, you know? Like, I want to believe that the Earth is curving and flying through space and orbiting a star from 93 million
Well,
miles
if it was flat, bro, I'm saying, like, what happens when
Why
you get to the
why does
edge?
nobody want to, like, have an intelligent conversation?
Bro,
How many
I'm
brain
trying to have a
cells?
conversation with you. I just asked a
Yeah, how
simple
many?
question. If it was, this is
Okay.
my proof. If it was flat and you got to the edge,
How many brain cells do you think you have in your entire family tree?
are
If
you okay,
everybody
bro?
in your
Are you?
Yeah, if everybody in your family combined and had one brain, how many brain cells do you think it would have? I'm thinking less than
You
100.
sound triggered.
Projection. Good response. Center of Earth, another lie. We only dug 8 miles, yeah. 6, 7, yeah, I like that. Horizon looks flat because of the curve. I can't. I know what your comment actually says, but what I'm reading is that you're saying essentially that the horizon looks flat because it's curving, like, which is just that by definition double speak. I can't with you guys, brother. I was asking a question while you were interrupting me. Is that how conversations work, brother? Bro thrives off of rage baiting. Dude, I've talked about this before. If you're mad, like, okay, so in theory, right, let's entertain the possibility that I'm rage baiting. Let's pretend that that's true. It's not, but let's pretend it's true. If I'm rage baiting, right, I'm just throwing hooks out and you guys are biting them. It honestly just means that you're gullible. It doesn't mean that I'm rage baiting, and it doesn't mean that I'm good at it. It doesn't mean anything on me. It's that you're gullible enough to fall for rage bait and to bite hooks because you're participating in it. So if I am rage baiting, you're actually just admitting that it's working and that you're a gullible person and naive enough to convince yourself that it's my fault. God, I love psychology. Cameras and telescopes keep getting better. The horizon magically gets further. Yeah. It's almost like it's not a physical location. Interesting. Water follows gradually towards the center. Oh, is that why the Nile flows over 1,000 miles south to north? think it's the longest river, right? The Nile. Funny word that the Nile. Anyway, it flows 1,000 miles south to north. Now, if you map that out on a sphere, it would be flowing uphill the whole way. But on a flat Earth, it's just following the path of least resistance, which is what water is known to do. You ask any plumber that, they're not gonna build your plumbing going up your walls. You know, it wouldn't make any fucking sense. So. Conversation, yeah, I guess is that how you have conversations? You just interrupt? Is that how you just talk to people? I guess we're done here, man. Because of gravity would pull it towards the center, you dummy. Oh my god, dude. Just anything, right? Just fill in the blank with any appropriate, school appropriate, government approved response, you know? Anything that if it's not in your script, what do you do? Shift the burden of proof, deflect, switch topics, run away. You guys are all the same, man. I was at Walmart today. I stop there sometimes because they have like hot dogs for $1.50. And I think that's a pretty sweet deal. And they're like hot and ready to go, you know. And it's cool when you're door dashing because it's just quick, right? And so when you pull into Walmart, right, there's like the parking lot to your right, and then there's like the actual building to your left, and there's like that main stretch where everybody goes, right? Everybody takes that main stretch, and it sucks because there's always people coming out, there's old people with shopping carts, there's people in the scooter things, and they're taking forever, and it just clogs up and gets congested. And like I thought to myself, like, how stupid of a species are we? Because I take like the first turn that I can into the parking lot, and I go around all the other cars, and then I loop back around the front and like park close to the front of the store. That way, like I go around. But everybody else takes the path of most resistance because that's what everybody in front of them is doing, right? Because it just proves that we're followers. Like we just follow even when we know that it's like the least viable route. Like we just follow that line straight forward. It's amazing to me. It's like the movie Bug's Life where that leaf falls and it divides that line of ants, and there's the one ant on the one side of it after the line gets separated, and he's like, I'm lost. It's like that's what I think of. It's like if you guys didn't have anyone to follow, what would you do? It's amazing to me. It's just I don't know. Be a leader, man. Or not even necessarily be a leader, but just don't be afraid to like take a different path or separate yourself from the herd, so to speak. I don't know. Food for thought. Food for thought. Are you still talking down there, Nelson? You're done doing that. You're done talking. Can't believe how indoctrinated. Belief without evidence is just a religion. Yeah, man. And how many people of them willingly admit it as if it's a non-issue, you know? Like, do you have evidence the Earth is a sphere? No. Well, do you believe it's a sphere? Yes. And it's like, do you not see... I don't know. Like, I really don't need to elaborate on that. That's bad. Like, that doesn't really need to be explained, or at least it shouldn't. Like, I don't know. It's like, do you believe in Santa Claus? Yeah. Do you have evidence of Santa Claus? No. Like, well... It's weird. It's a stupid little thing that only these people do. It's weird. Max, you're another one that I'm tired of reading comments from. You guys get so triggered that you'll sit here and just like talk in my comments for the rest of eternity. Should I choose to go live that long? It's insane. Bro's a sheep. I think even sheep can be leaders, or I think even a sheep can be a leader.
Hey, I just have a quick question for you.
Do you happen to have globe evidence? That's what I'm really looking for, bro. If you could like prove to me
Yes,
that the
I
Earth's
do
a
have
water
globe
ball, like
evidence.
physics. Yeah, why don't we just do
I
that?
have globe
Because then
evidence.
like you could
So, what I
embarrass
want
me
you
in
to think
50
about,
people on the internet. Well, I'm to think
I
about
sure
globe
will.
evidence. I thought it would be like factual stuff that I could look into and verify scientifically. I was really hoping something like that would
It
pop up.
absolutely is. And all you have to
No,
do
it's,
is
I have to
look
think
back to
about
the
it.
experiment that was performed in
Which
Pennsylvania
one?
just 1 year ago.
I'm from
And what
Pennsylvania.
happened,
Hmm.
you are, that's really cool. That's exactly where this experiment happened. Now, what happened was a
What part of
pew-pew was
Pennsylvania?
put through the ear. It was in, I don't know, fucking Altoona or someplace like that, I think. But
I'm
no, I'm
vaguely
not exactly
familiar
sure.
with that. Yeah, that's like north of Pittsburgh, I want to say. I don't remember exactly where that's at.
Now, what happened was
It's
a
near
pew
DuBois.
pew went through an ear, and it went through
Wow.
cartilage, actually. Now, I don't know if you know this about biology, but cartilage does not grow back. But because it was Donald J. Trump and the
I
Lord
think
and
that's
Savior
because
Jesus
we're.
Christ
Oh,
himself
wait, whoa,
helped him
Are you
get
bringing
his...
up? Are you bringing up? Hold, just stop talking. Are you bringing up political jargon and dogma to prove your religion right now?
First of all, this has nothing to do with politics and has
Yeah, no, it's cool, bro. That's that. We're done with that conversation. I'm not entertaining that for nothing, dude. You can pay me $100. I'd still tell that guy to shut the fuck up. My God. He said the Trump. Nah. Nope.
Hello?
Uh,
Not Tom, I'm sorry, I'm chewing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Make sure you swallow. Don't choke. Don't take too long.
Alright, sorry, I'm
Because
good. So I was
it's gonna
gonna,
be good. Do you
you
have
know,
evidence that the Earth's a sphere before we get started?
so I wouldn't say necessarily 100% evidence, but I mean, gravity. Do you believe in gravity?
Does gravity require belief?
I mean, the theory of gravity, it's not necessarily a belief. It is a true concept, which I see a lot of flat earthers do not
What
agree
is
with.
it? What is it?
Gravity is the idea of a force pulling everything towards the center of the earth, which would not be possible if the earth
That's
was
actually
flat.
not what they claim it to be, but we can roll with that if that's your current understanding of like if you're just gonna go with Newtonian.
So what do you think gravity is, or the theory of gravity?
The theory
Not,
of gravity,
not
like what do
necessarily
you
theory. I mean, just like what gravity is seen in our current day of life.
a semi-consistent downward acceleration rate, 9.81 meters per second squared, that could be caused by a variety of things, quite frankly. How do we prove that it's caused by gravity?
Um, I mean, gravity is just what we call the force that brings everything towards the center. It's just like
So
what
it's semantics. So semantics makes the Earth a sphere?
what do you mean by semantics?
It's you said it yourself. It's like just what we call it. Well, then it's an argument from semantics. You could call it unicorns. You could call it kittens.
It's not unicorns or
Um,
kittens. It's just like what it is. Like
how do you know that? How do you know that then? If it's like
drop your or drop a
yeah, if
water
I
bottle or
drop
something.
something, I understand. Yeah, the measurable downward acceleration rate that's semi-consistent depending on like things like elevation and geographical location. It's really not proving the cause though. That would be the effect.
Okay, so that wouldn't happen if the Earth was flat, correct?
Why not? Why would things not fall if the Earth was flat? Explain that to me.
Because if we dropped it and the Earth was so, when you're saying the Earth is flat, how? I don't really understand what you mean. Like, what is past the ocean?
What is past the ocean?
How do
Typically,
you, how
more
do you
land,
see it?
more bodies of land. We classify these as countries and continents.
Okay, so
This
you
is not
think
a
it's land on
geography
top of
class,
land?
bro. No, you asked me what was beyond an ocean. I said typically another body of land that we
Okay,
would
so you think
classify as just shh, that you're gonna misunderstand what I said again, and then you're gonna try to like straw man me with your own misunderstanding. That's embarrassing for both of us. I really don't want to have to do that again. Well, you asked me what's beyond the ocean, and I said typically another body of land that we would classify as a country or a continent. And then I said this isn't a geography lesson though. We're trying to prove that the Earth is curving. Remember?
yes,
Okay.
but
And
to prove
your
that, I am
misunderstanding of gravity doesn't prove that the Earth is curving. So, anything else?
well. I'm trying to understand the point. Like, how do you vision Earth? Do you vision every single country, every continent on the same platform of land? Like, we all start at zero?
Is there not
And
such a thing as sea level?
yeah, so we all start at the
So
same
if
point.
we have a well-known understanding of where sea level is, and we base the elevation of said continents off of how high they are above sea level, then yeah,
Okay, so what do you think
I
is
would
like?
argue that would make a lot more sense that if the Earth wasn't curving.
Do you
Can
believe
you
in
explain to me how
tectonic
that works?
plates?
Why is every question is like a do you believe thing? Like,
Because I'm trying to understand where
seems
this comes
like
from.
seems
Why
like
you don't need to be
you're
so disrespectful? It's just asking a question.
well, no, it's like it's a belief thing with you. It's not like a factual like, okay, we have tectonic plates and they move and that proves that the Earth is a sphere, because it's not your argument's not even phrased that way. It's like
Because we
you have
have
to
different
verify
factual
that
ideas. It's not necessarily like
you can't
it's
have
just
different
the
factual
grammatical way to
ideas.
say it.
That's what makes them objective, is that they're different in their own way. They're specific to that way of being. That's what makes them factual. Um, so again, like evidence that the Earth is curving. I feel like you're really dodging the question here. It's a pretty simple one.
I mean, like, can I ask you something instead? Like,
Yeah, you can shift the burden of proof.
okay, do you know like how tides work?
How do tides work, buddy? Tell me.
Like the highest high tide and the lowest low tide according to like our moon and the gravitational
Right.
pull.
Yeah, that doesn't affect other bodies of salt water for some reason, like the salt flats or like the Salt Lake in Utah. Like it's just completely unaffected by the moon's gravitational pull, yet oceans are affected by it in
Because
some
it
parts of
matters
the
what
world
the
and not
shape
others.
it's like. If it's like a funnel, kind
Why
of
would
like
it
the
why
Bay
would
of
it be
Fundy.
specific? Why would it be specific to shape? How does water moving prove that the Earth is curving? Exactly. Can you explain that?
Well, my point is that gravity proves that like the moon, the
How?
gravitational
That's
pull
just
between
that's
the.
just how did you prove
You
that
let
the
me
moon
talk.
was even? Well, I'm saying no.
Oh, you don't believe the
You're
moon is real? Like what? What?
no. I'm asking how do you prove that the moon is orbiting the Earth? Because you can just pre-assume that and just affirm the consequent and beg the question on it. That's irrational. We need to validate that claim. The object in question here is not necessarily just the shape of the Earth. It's like all of heliocentrism, meaning a distant moon, a distant sun, distant celestial bodies, orbit of all said celestial bodies at fast speeds that are incomprehensible by the average human being or any human being that's ever lived even. Like all of this is up for debate. And you're just like, yo, water moves and gravity's a word. That's my argument. Like that's your argument in a nutshell. So far,
That's why I
to
was
this point,
asking
that's
you
all I've
originally,
gotten.
like what you believe in stuff, because I can't just be assuming stuff, which right now I'm
I
doing.
don't really believe anything. It's more of like a what can I prove? Like if we're going to talk about what the Earth is objectively, then we need to be objective, and we can't be subjective while we're being objective because that's not possible. So
Okay, what you prove? Like you don't believe the moon?
orbits the
But
Earth? No.
well, like when you look up and you see it like
Yeah,
moving,
you see a moon. Yeah, no shit, buddy. How did you prove that it was orbiting a sphere?
because you never don't see it. Like you always see it.
You never don't see it? I don't think I could look outside and see it right now, to be completely frank
Well,
with you.
somewhere on the earth, somebody could.
All right. You never don't see it, so it's orbiting. Just get out. Just go away. Just stop. Just stop, bro. You guys are gonna like. I'm gonna become you if I keep doing this. I'm gonna start being stupid all the time, and it's gonna be horrible. I'm gonna hate it. Who was that guy, bro? Who raised you? Somebody called that dude's parents. He's up late, out past his bedtime. It's past his curfew, bro. He needs to be in bed. You got school in the morning. And it's Saturday tomorrow, so that's pretty bad. You never don't see it. Yeah, that's the argument. You never don't see it, therefore it's orbiting the Earth, which is also pre-assumed to be a sphere. That's the hell of an argument, man. I don't really know how to rebut against that. I just ran away, truthfully. I was too scared. I couldn't retort. Couldn't come back. I got nothing witty to say. I'd like it to be flat because it means life ain't what seems, which would be cool. Being a flat earther is not the greatest thing in the world, bro. It's kind of like discovering that everything you've ever known was a lie and that the world is run by Satanists and shit. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not assumed, it's a fact. Yeah. Would you care to say that on my panel with evidence to support that claim? Because people with no profile pictures I don't take very seriously, bro. What's up, user?
Yo, so you think the Earth is flat?
Yeah, context clues would have given that one away if you had the
Okay,
ability to read
okay.
a
So look,
third.
right?
What?
So
No, we're not doing all that. You're gonna act like an adult, or you're not gonna be here. Can you agree to that? Can you behave like maturely, please?
I am mature. What made you think that I wasn't mature?
The fact that you couldn't read above a first grade reading level and you needed like me to break down something that you should have been able to understand
No, I
contextually
was just
based on was
trying to clarify.
interrupting me while I was talking. That's all I got to do. That's all you got to do, bro. Am I too hard on these people sometimes, man? Should I just let them be disingenuous little shitheads? I don't know. I don't know. Context clues, guys. Context clues. If a door says pull, you don't push it. You know what I mean? I should try harder. I don't know about all that. Sometimes I feel like I am a little too impatient with people, but I mean, really, like, was that conversation gonna bear fruit at any point? Fuck no, right? So what's the point? I'm not wasting my time. What's up, Tim? Do you have
What's
evidence
going on,
that
Sully?
it's liable? Hey, man, you sound nice, pleasant, and genuine.
What's
I'll
going on,
let
Sully?
you steer the conversation just for that, just for being a good person. You get to, you go ahead, talk, but do what you want to
So,
do.
so my thing with this discussion and topic is, I think people need to find common ground where we can kind of agree on, right, as a starting point. So,
Love that.
so I would broach the topic as measuring distances, right? So we can measure miles of the map's cartography, which is where you map terrain, geography features. If you drive 10 miles north, you're going to hit a certain land feature and map that. You can also do that in the oceans with ships, right? With
Sorry, my cat. That's okay. Go ahead.
with ships and using a compass. So
Okay.
if you take a ship, you go 10 knots, and you calculate the distance, you'll hit land masses. So as far as like common ground here is where I'd invite discussion is as far as the map of a Earth. Is there any disagreement on the distances between the continents that you feel like aren't true or aren't valid?
It's not really important.
So the theory of the globe is that you can go from like west coast to east coast, and you'll reach the other side if you go in a straight line, right?
You don't travel in a straight line when you circumnavigate. You travel latitudinally, and that would demand curvature regardless of how you map that out. It would demand not necessarily, I shouldn't use the word curvature, but it would demand a curved path. It wouldn't be, what you're referring to would be known as dead reckoning, which is where you do fly objectively straight. And if you do that, you get lost pretty quickly. So we don't often do that.
So my thing with this topic is, you see a lot of like flat Earth maps, and it's like, okay, what happens when you get to the end of the map, right? Do you just
None
teleport?
of them are accurate. No, that's a complete misunderstanding. When I say that you circumnavigate latitudinally, did you misunderstand that?
I'm trying to find common ground for the maps we're using. So
Right. So latitude would be like a really well-known property of a map, right?
yeah, east to west, longitude,
Yeah.
north to south. Okay.
Latitude, but yeah, latitude would be your circular pattern that you would fly in. Yeah.
I'm not even bringing up airplanes with this example. I'm literally talking about like vehicles and boats.
Navigation in general really
Yes.
wouldn't be specific to anything.
So-
Typically, when I have these conversations, I refer to flights, but my bad.
Okay.
Regardless, when you circumnavigate, you fly latitudinally, meaning like east to west or west to east, which is, if you've ever seen a flat Earth map and you understand the way the latitude lines work, they just form concentric circles. Again, that's perfectly possible if you're just circumnavigating. It's not really.
So it's not
It's a misconception
flat
that a
map.
lot of
It's
people have.
it's a curved map. I've not seen this,
No,
so
I don't think you understand. I feel like we're kind of there's a barrier in the translation here.
the can we as far as the common ground, Sully, can we agree that the distances between the land masses are
I
accurate?
don't think distances to and I don't think distances of and to land masses are particularly relevant in a conversation that's relative to shape. I don't, to my understanding, I've never come across any map or model that is 100% completely accurate in regards to geographical land locations and distances and sizes. I know them all to be off in one degree or another. So this is what's really known as like special pleading, where you're saying like, hey, this flat Earth map doesn't look right proportionate to the knowledge that we have
No,
of distances to
I've been on.
locations, but like globes aren't accurate either. And a good example of that is like, when was the last time you saw a Navy captain navigate using a sphere? Never, right? So it's kind of like an irrelevant talking point that really wouldn't get us anywhere. But if you do want to find common ground, we could argue heliocentrism versus geocentrism, right? Like I could theoretically drop the idea of the Earth being a flat topographical plane, turn it into a sphere for the sake of argument, not subscribe to it, but entertain the possibility, playing devil's advocate, give it to you, and say, can we prove that the Earth is orbiting the sun, or that the sun is the center of the known universe, or the solar system at least? Do you want to do that? Like, do you want to argue
We're
geocentrism
going
versus
back
heliocentrism?
to Galileo, basically, where he
Copernicus, but yeah.
I as far as like astronomy, or astrology, whichever the two it is.
I actually made that mistake earlier, believe it or
Yeah,
not. It
I
is
get it mixed up.
astronomy. Yeah.
I get it mixed up all the time,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
that they sort of follow the same principle as any mapping really is. You're measuring the distances. You're using math to kind of
Well,
calculate
you
the
use
orbit.
degrees, right? You use like a theodolite. You take an angular degree measurement of any celestial body, typically
Yeah.
stars or the sun,
Mhm.
and you navigate proportionally. But what I'm saying is, can we prove if the sun is the center of of the system that we live in, or if the Earth is the center? Because based on observation alone, the Earth appears to be in the center.
Yeah, and that was a
So
commonly held belief for the longest time, right?
still is.
Yeah. Um, going to this different topic of the discussion. When people use telescopes, you can buy a cheap telescope for $100, $200, and you look at other planets in the solar system. Well, what shape are they?
I just told you that I would give you the idea of the Earth being a sphere. Like we could entertain that possibility. I told you I would
Yeah,
meet you
yeah.
halfway
You,
and give you a sphere so that if we could just run with the idea that maybe it is a sphere, can we prove
okay.
heliocentrism or geocentrism based off of that knowledge of it being a sphere?
I apologize, but that terminology is hemos. Like that's beyond my knowledge.
Heliocentrism?
Yeah,
All right.
I feel like
No, that's okay, buddy. You don't understand why you're here. Nobody does. People just join for no reason, I guess. I'm sorry. I really liked you, buddy. I did. You were a good guy, and I'm not even mad at you. But do me a favor if you're listening and Google the word heliocentrism. Do yourself a fucking favor and remind yourself of what you currently believe in. Fucking God, there's no way. Oh, I know some people who'd be mad at me if they heard me say that. But I do get frustrated with you people, man. I really do. Have a whole conversation with me. I give you the Earth as a sphere, and I hand it to you on a silver platter, and I say, "Can you prove that it's heliocentric?" And you're like, "I don't know what that is." Great, great start. What's up, bro? Do you have evidence the Earth's a sphere?
I was actually going to ask you is it possible for you to
bro.
prove-
Like, I don't. Do you think I give a fuck what you were gonna ask me? Do you have evidence that the Earth is a sphere?
Okay.
Why
Have
would
a nice
you
day then.
not just-
Have a nice day. Have a nice.
Yeah, I will have a nice day. You too, sir. Next time, play fair. How about that? Wow, I don't know that word. Yeah, it's a tough one. Oh man. All right, I think we're done. Solid, you accidentally hit record. That's okay, buddy. That's okay. we're all good, dude. I love you guys. I don't really care. Sometimes I want to run whole panels. Or not. No, let me fucking clear that up real quick. Sometimes I want to bring other people up here, like angels, maybe. Sometimes just to like take a back seat for once. uh, it's tough, like just having to retort every single every single question, you know, and all these people have is questions. Flat, the adjective. Flat is not a shape. Hey, look who's fucking figuring out the argument. Good job, buddy. Usually takes people a while to get that one. Yo, you guys are, oh man, you're some real winners. It's such special boys and girls. Okay. Solly, can you provide the geographic map of the shape I claim? No. Can you provide a model that's accurate? No. So now what? You don't. It's like I always refer to it as like that Spider-Man meme. Where if you guys have ever seen, here, I'm gonna Google it. That Spider-Man meme where it's two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. You guys have seen it, I'm sure. I have to type with one hand. Give me a sec. It's here. It's this. How do I? It's this meme, right? This is us, right? We're flat earthers. But okay, so here, hold up. These are globers, right? And they're like, you don't have a model. And then we're over here, flat earthers, and we're like, well, you don't have a model. And that's like that's what it looks like in real time. That's the argument entirely. It's like boo boo, like that's literally the entirety of the discussion, like verbatim. That's exactly what happens. Just wanted to share my thoughts on that. The model argument is null. It's completely irrelevant. I drive a 2002 Buick Regal. I don't need to have a little Hot Wheels 2002 Buick Regal to drive my physical car that is parked in the driveway. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a little toy car to do experiments on to drive the one that I own. And lucky for us, we live on what we're trying to prove the shape of, so we could just go outside. We don't need to play with toys. Spider-Man's your hero? Yeah, he's a dope guy. Spider-Man's the dopest, the best superhero out of all of them. Like objectively, it's not debatable. Maybe Goku. Actually, Goku would probably be my real favorite, but I don't think that's like part of the discussion. Usually, it's like Marvel versus DC, and really Spider-Man's the only one I even watch. But Globies have a lot of cartoons. Yeah. Okay, we're done. I'm done. I mean, I want to say I could switch accounts and run it back, but it's already 10:30. I'm not really like 2 domes back to back sphere. Whoa! Somebody just affirmed the consequent and tried to turn it into an argument. How creative! Wow, man. You guys lack intellectual integrity. Seriously, man, you really do. I would like if you guys understood the flat Earth argument, you wouldn't be globers anymore. Like if you could, here's like I've talked about this a lot. Like the idea of a debate, right, is primarily you're supposed to be able to steelman your position at the very least. Like you should be able to steelman your position, right? The Earth is a globe, curves at 8 inches per mile squared. We all know the spiel there. But even more than that, you should be able to steelman your opponent's position. And I've always found it very fascinating that there's not a single glober that can accurately steelman the flat Earth position, right? Without strawmanning it. And that's because if you could steelman it, it would mean that you had an understanding of it. And if you had an understanding of it and you compared it to the model that you do believe in, you wouldn't believe in the model that you believe in. You would believe that the Earth was flat and stationary, like an adult. But that's That's why we're here, man. People just don't want to understand anything. That's fine. Better to have things understood for you and just fed to you in like dogmatic fashion than to try to understand them independently, I guess. Right? Why do any of your own homework when you could just have the answers fed to you? These days, like our future doctors and teachers are gonna be students that graduated college using AI to do their homework for them. You guys know? Isn't that crazy? I think that's fucking weird. And it's like just blows my mind, you know? Alright. Well played, everyone. Love you guys, and I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. It was fun. I think I might go back and clip that one conversation. I don't even remember which one it was. I just remember that I was like, maybe I'll clip this. But I gotta go back and find it, and that's a pain in the ass. Sometimes it's just not worth it. But I love you guys, and I'm very grateful that you guys tune in. I can't say when I'll be live next. The weekend's coming up, so maybe I'll have some free time, but great job. Thank you, man. Thank you. I didn't do anything. I just respond to idiots. It's not that difficult, bro. Nothing special about me, really. It's my opposition makes me look more intelligent than I actually am, I assure you. It's easy to make yourself look smart when you're in a crowd of people that aren't so smart, you know? So, or when you're, arguing people that aren't so smart. But good luck next time trolling. Here, buddy, I'll help you out. If you don't ever want to come back or see me again, we can just solve that dilemma right now. I don't know what took you so long. You could have left 45 minutes ago when you fucking whatever, man. But I love you guys. Hope everybody has a really good night. I don't know when I'll go live next, but maybe I'll see you guys then. Hopefully soon. Probably won't be too long. I know my lives are like really rare these days, but there's a lot of reasons for that. But love you guys, and everybody take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys soon.